initial stage, when you are a middle class and you are giving your contract to anyone, that developer will not only be working on your project alone. Like, everyone will tell, learn to adjust, these things happen everywhere. But who will show me where this everywhere is? Workplace toxicity and one is workplace stress. So I think these two. Today I'm going to tell you how Guised Up came into being. One thing I should tell, I am nowhere near software. Like, my career is not related to software engineer or related to any tech thing, or I'm not from engineering background. I cannot tell the name of anything specifically, but yes. So my days there did not go really well. I had a lot of friends, and I also had all the social media platforms that anyone has, but I was not able to find anyone who can understand me, who can talk with me. Why? The most simple reason is that they did not go through the same thing. So while I was going through these things, I thought there must be people around the world who are also going through the same thing, but they're not able to tell it because the other person is not able to understand them. But it's not that I am the only one who is going through it, right? So there will be many people who are going through the same thing, but we cannot connect to each other. How? Because we do not have a platform. So that's when Guised Up came into my mind, where I thought, like, I could actually go ahead and connect with people who are in the same phase of life as me, and I can help others to do that as well. So people can connect with those who are going through the same thing, and when they will discuss, many solutions will come up. We can also grow as a community and as well as individual. Even if we leave aside the drastic things that happens, there are so many small things happening in our day-to-day life, which might not be like, my thing might not be a thing for you, but it is a thing for me, and it is actually shaping how I react every day. It is shaping how I feel. It makes me feel a lot of things. So there must be so many things, like a toxic workplace, someone actually getting verbally abused, or like, these are the drastic things I'm saying, like someone who gets to do a lot for the family but receives nothing in return. There is no time for self-care. There is the person is so much doing for everyone, for everything, that he does not get to have a time for himself. So who will address these situations? Nobody will address these situations. They will be like, everyone will tell, learn to adjust, these things happen everywhere. But who will show me where this everywhere is? So this is where Guised Up comes into play. People don't have to go through a drastic change to find meaningful connection. So one example where a person is going through a lot, he cannot tell his surrounding people. Suppose something happened in the work environment. He is not able to tell his surrounding colleagues, anyone. So there are two solutions. One is he comes and he actually realizes this is a problem, and he goes to a psychiatrist. The other thing is he downloads Guised Up and he connects with a lot of other people who are actually going through the same thing. So what will happen is that they will know that, okay, I'm not the only one, so many people are going through like this. So a strong connection will be formed, a true community will be formed who are actually going through the same thing. And we know special bonds are only formed when we go through something together. So this is a platform which will connect you with people who are going through the same thing, so that you can actually communicate better. So in Guised Up, we have started with 120 phases spread across 8 emotions. And even after that, guys, if you are not able to find any phase, you can actually suggest a phase, because all those 120 phases, I have written them down myself. So maybe I was not able to experience what you are going through in your life. So pardon me if those phases are not included, but you can very well suggest, and we will just review them in 1 to 2 days and we'll come up with it. Seeing the recent thing that has been happening nowadays, like, we have added 2 more phases. I will be showing you in the screen how we have added. We have 2 more phases. One is workplace toxicity and one is workplace stress. So I think these 2 phases are very much important, and we have categorized them under self-care. So you can very well go and go to that phase of life, and you can connect with people who are going through the same work-life stress or work-life toxicity. Just for your help, I am giving this info here. So as of now, we have given a tricolor combination to each phase, and that was well studied, of course. That when you actually wear something regarding that phase, you don't have to be vocal about how you are feeling. When you will wear that thing, people will actually empathetically connect to you, seeing you are wearing that, okay, that person is going through this thing, so I will not bother him much. For example, the work life toxicity, we have given two black color, and in the middle there's a white stripe. So you don't have to be verbal about work-life toxicity. You can actually wear a t-shirt having that logo, which we will be coming up with. Anyway, you can also wear something designed by yourself having that symbol. So if it becomes a trend, people will actually know, okay, something is wrong there and we need to stop it. So when I will wear a t-shirt having this logo, I mean in the middle it's white and in the both side it's black, people will actually understand, okay, she is facing this thing and it needs to be stopped. We will soon be adding an in-app camera from where if you scan that person's color code, you can actually, it will be written which phase that person is going through. So that will also help people in understanding it. A void section is there where you can actually have a look at all the phases that you have come across, and when you will click that, you can see how many, for what time duration you were there in that phase, and when you will click it, you will get to see what are the events you attended from that phase, what are the posts that you actually uploaded from that phase. So it gives you an overall journey. Ideal section where we encourage people to come up and speak their life journey. So yeah, so it's your wish, if you want to show it to everyone. If there's an option show it all, if you only click show it all, then it will come, otherwise it will not come. Also have a phase page dedicated to every phase. So there you can go and see how many of your peers are in that phase, and we are calling friends here peers. So how many peers are there in each phase, and also there's a quote written about the phase which actually tells what this phase is all about. So yeah, now I will be taking you guys along my mistake, I mean the part which is very important. So in the beginning I only had the idea, okay, there will be an app which will connect people in the same phase of life. I did not have any other idea. So after designing, when I actually told the developer about it, I just gave him broad idea, okay, you do this thing, but this is not how it is done. You need to be very detailed about anything you tell to the developer, because for you it might seem that, okay, they will add one notification, what's the big deal? No, but in the back end they have to go through a series of work for adding that thing. So you have to be extremely detailed. So in the initial stage, when you are a middle class and you are giving your contract to anyone, that developer will not only be working on your project alone, he will be working on many projects, and also under that developer there will be many people working on the same project. So if you give a rough idea to the developer, say, okay, this will happen like this, he will not be able to communicate it with the other people who are working. Okay, so slowly the information will die out. For example, I'll give you an example. You will say, suppose while making an app, you are saying people should get notification of all the things. Done, you are done, the developer knows it's done, people should get notification about all the things. But no, while the project will be delivered to you after 5 or 6 months, you will see that there is maybe only one notification there. Why? Because you did not communicate with the developer properly what all notification is supposed to be there. So I am giving you an example in the screen, like how it should be properly written down. Like every line of what you want to make should be properly written down. Okay, notification from message should be there, notification from friend request or peer request should be there. Like every detail in the screen it is presented. I want you to pause and have a look in how detailed way you have to write everything to prevent the delay of your app launch or completion time of your project, to reduce it. Communication with the developer or with whomever you are working, it is the key. Like if you do not know how to communicate properly, your project will get delayed. For this very mistake of mine, my project got delayed by at least 1.5 months. It's not a less time, guys. So communication is the key, guys. So when you are writing down an idea, be as much detailed as possible, like as much detail as you can imagine, because if you are not writing it down, it will not be there. Ultimately, after 6 months, you will also forget. The person doing it will also forget. And then if you introduce a new term, it might also lead to a budget increase. And that will not be very helpful, because you are a startup founder with not much fund. So you have to be detailed, and then when you will discuss on the amount of money, okay, for this much work, this is the final thing, it's written down. So that later when the person is doing also, like when the developer is actually working it out, that time he can see very nicely that, okay, this work is done, this work is left. So it's a beneficial thing for both the developer as well as the person, in terms of money, in terms of clear communication, in terms of clear budgeting and everything. It won't increase your budget suddenly, and you will know, okay, I have told this thing, for this much I have to pay him, and it's done. Yeah, writing down in detail is the most important thing which is a carry home message for all the startup founders present here. So in my next video, I will be telling you guys about the UI UX design of the app and how we did it and what are the modifications that we did in detail. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Hope to see you soon, guys. Bye bye.